Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. Today we will be once again drafting Lost Caverns of Ixalan as we prepare for a little bit of Khans of Tark here starting next week, so stay tuned for the channel for that. Having a good time with LCI here. Some people claim to not be, but you know what? I think that's just kind of a waste of time because we're drafting Magic the Gathering, and can you name many things that are more fun than that to do? You know what? I can't. That's why I draft 30 plus times here on the channel. So we're going to dive into pack one, pick one today. The best common, in my opinion, is Deadweight. There is a Petrify as well. I do think white is better than black in this format, but I think the black decks that care about, or the black decks that are good, do care so much about Deadweight. Market Gnome, kind of good for blue-eyed artifacts. Everything else here is just not great. There is an Atali's Favor. I don't think it's as good as these two removal spells, though. I'm not thrilled pack one, pick one-ing a black card, but I do think it's important for the black decks in the format. So I'm going to go ahead and take it here. Now we have an interesting one. There's Visage of Dread, which is a card that I do like. Slightly more than others. Some people think the format is too fast for a card like this. I think it's still fine enough to play. But there is a Triumphant Chomp here. I've tried red-black a few times, and I have had... I think I actually trophied with it once, but then also had a horrible, horrible showing with it in this last video on Monday. I do think Triumphant Chomp is the best card in this pack. There's an Oaken Siren, Abuelo's Awakening. I don't know about this card. I mean, like, maybe, but I don't feel like I need to take it right now. I think I'm going to take the Chomp. I still haven't gotten into a Dinosaur deck yet. It's a deck I want to play. I've had a couple of them pass me by, but I think I'm going to take the Chomp here. And I'm not locking myself into red-black by any means, but I'm just taking the best card in each of those packs, in my opinion. And the best card in this pack, in my opinion, is Chart a Course. And I think that's what I'm going to land on here. There's a Dart Frog, but the only green card left. There is a Tomb Raider. Which could end up being good in like a blue-red artifacts deck. We could also play black-blue, which is a deck I've had success with. I think Chart a Course is quite good here, so let's go ahead and take that. The Ever-Flowing Well, 3 mana ETBs, mill 2, then draw 2. Descend 8. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 8 or more cards, you transform it, and then whenever you cast a permanent using mana produced by the Myriad pools, up to one other target permanent you control becomes a copy of that spell until end of turn. So much text. There is a Thrashing Brontodon here. Could take our 4th color in 4 picks. I think this is between the Everflowing Well and the Thrashing Brontodon. I think the Everflowing Well would go well in like a blue-black kind of Descend deck. I've mentioned I wanted to get into Dinosaurs. I do like the Brontodon. I think it's very good. I think the Well is defensible here. In fact, I think the Well is actually the correct pick. But I kind of would just prefer to take this today. I draft enough where I can kind of draft with a little bit of preferences when I want to. And I do think I'll take the Brontodon there. I do like Explorer's Cache. If you're going to play green, this is a good reason to do so. It just basically always has a counter and puts a counter on one of your creatures most of the time. Grasping Shadows I found to be a little bit too slow. Careening Minecart is good. You know what? Maybe Careening Minecart's the correct pick here. It's probably good. It goes in a Dinosaur deck. It goes in a blue-red artifacts deck. It doesn't necessarily go in a blue-black deck as much. But there's another Tomb Raider here. I think I'm just going to take the Minecart and hedge a little bit on that pick. And wow. Okay, well... Red-White is a deck I have yet to play, but Caparocty Sunborn is a reason to do it. 4 mana, 4/4. Whenever it attacks, you can tap 2 untapped artifacts and or creatures if you do discover 3. I mean, pretty darn good. There's a Skullcap Snail, Tendril. There's no red card here, so that is a little worrying. But I'm willing to kind of hedge towards the Caparocti Sunborn there. But now we see a Colossodactyl. So with, again, no red cards, that does make me worried a little bit about the Sunborn. Maybe we can figure out a way to splash it. But, you know, give me a Colossodactyl and we could have like a green-based Dino deck. Although red is really not open. We could get some open red in pack 2. Because it's so cut off right now. But I think Colossodactyl's the best card in that pack. Now there's a Mischievous Pup. A Rumbling Rock Slide. And an In the Presence of Ages. And to a lesser extent, some other cards here. I think I can take the Rock Slide. I've had trouble lately dealing with bigger creatures, and this actually does do that, even if it is a little bit expensive. I think I'll take this here. Continue to cut red. We are on the wheel now. What does this cave do? Choose a color, add a mana of that chosen color, 2 mana of the chosen color to activate abilities of lands. There's a Mineshaft Spider, Malamet Veteran. I don't think I'd be playing any of this, no matter which direction we went. I think the Sunken Citadel is just fine to put in basically any deck. Alright, we're wheeling some things here, including another Rock Slide. We kind of have a lot going on here. I could take the Hidden Nursery, bias towards Green Caves. Take a Compass Gnome. Take another Rock Slide. I think I'll take another Rock Slide, but not particularly thrilled with it. And now there is a Goblin Tomb Raider on the wheel. It doesn't go in the same deck as Brontodon and Colossodactyl, but if this deck is open, it's a good deck to be drafting. Brine Fang, Sage of Days, Capybara. I don't think I'm playing any of these cards, no matter which deck I play. Okay, now we do get a cave. Suppose we can take this cave. Another cave or a puzzle door for a potential blue-red artifact deck. And a Relic's Roar. Okay, what can we find here? Oh, you're gonna make me make this decision. Ah, lots of good stuff. Okay, there's a Warden of the Inner Sky for the red-white life, but I don't... Gosh, this is a really, really tough pick. There's an Itzquinth for blue or for red-green dinos. There's also a Chomp for red-green dinos. There's an Altosaur we could wheel in red-green dinos. There's also a Volcano and a Frog that would go well in that deck. There is a Warden of the Inner Sky, which I think is good. But we don't have any white cards yet. And we would basically be saying, I am red-white if we took this. You know what? I have passed on dinos so many times. Today's going to be one of those drafts, I think, unless something crazy happens in these next couple of picks, that I'm basically just drafting how I want to draft. Not necessarily like the exact optimal, this is the quote-unquote correct pick here. I don't know what the answer is to that question in that last pack. But Dinos is a deck I've wanted to draft for a long time here and have not yet had to draft. And we do have a few pretty darn good reasons to do it. So I think I'm just going to put my head down and draft Dinos here. I mean, there's a Malcolm, which is good. There's a Lattice, which is good in the Dinos deck. There's a Battle Glyph, which I think is also good. We do have a little bit of removal already. All these cards I don't care about too much. There's a Petrify. I think I'll take my first copy of Saheeli's Lattice. I always like having a Saheeli's Lattice. Basically every red deck that I draft. Digside Conservator. Kellen Daring Traveler is a good one. Which one is this? 2 counters on something. Twists and Turns. It's a card that I think is good. We just don't have any exploration yet. It's another Tomb Raider, but if we're going blue, if we're going green red, this isn't going to be as good. Gosh, there's a Guidewing and a Ruin Lurker bat though. I said unless something crazy happens in the next two picks. I do also really like Kellen. I think Kellen's really good too. Well, quote unquote, unfortunately for us, some crazy things are happening in the next few packs. There's really no good cards for dinos here, but there is a Dawn Runner. I think black is done. I think blue is probably done. So it's red-white or green-red, probably. And for the red-white life, there's a Miner's Guidewing here and a Sunshot Militia, both of which are quite good. I suppose I could play the Militia in a Dinos deck too, but this is so much better if we do end up playing red-white. So I'm going to take that here. Green is already completely gone. There is a Pit of Offerings, which is kind of fixing. Not really, but kind of. There's a Compass Gnome, which is fixing. That could help us splash white, potentially. There's an Altasaur for dinos. We're not getting the uncommon dino cards, though. I think I'm going to take my first gnome here. Okay, there's a Calamitous Cave-In, and we have two caves. There's a Huatley's Final Strike. White is already looking cut. I think I'll take the Final Strike here over the Cave-In and the Reunion. And I'm still kind of hedging. This is a tough draft so far. Here's a Dynatomaton. There's also another Chartacourse, but I think that dream has passed. So I think I'll take the Dynatomaton and slot that in my 4-drop slot. That's already kind of getting a little crowded. We just kind of know that we're red, I think. We're deciding between green and white. Well, that's a decent little dino card here. 2 mana 2/2. Attacks or blocks is a 3/3. Currently have 4 dinos. Looking to get some more. I think I'll take that here. And I'm not thrilled with where we are. We kind of have... I think I can play this Caparocty Sunborn even if we go green-red. If we go green-red, I kind of want to find an access to one of the, like the 6-drop green creature. Maybe the green Dino Land Cycler. Another Itzquinth. The Ixalan Lorekeeper, which is the Mana Dork for dinos. I mean, there's some more things I want to find. Belligerent Yearling would be good. Altasaur Wield. The question is, do I want the Altasaur or would I rather just a Plundering Pirate here? I think I'll take a dino. Yeah, we're going to be kind of like a gumming up the board, playing for a little bit of the late game green-red deck here, I think. And I guess we put away the Guidewing and probably don't splash Kellen. But the Sunborn, we might be able to fit in. Return up to 1 target permanent from your graveyard to your hand. Discover 4. Maybe. Probably not. Captivating Cave, Dig Site Conservator. If we run low on 2 drops, we might be able to play this. Again, I don't think this is a Tomb Raider kind of deck. There potentially was a Tomb Raider deck here. Oh, look, we wheeled the Militia. That was the only red card, and we managed to wheel it. That's interesting. It's also a good red card. Would it be too much to ask for one of the bomb green or red rare dinosaurs? Pugnacious Hammerskull, Boneyard whatever. Drekosaur. Gosh, all of the Tomb Raiders going so late. I have yet to have a Tomb Raider deck that was successful. There might have been one here. It always scares me. It's just, you know, you play a 2/2 haste and then on turn 2 they play a 3/3 and you're like, I quit? Haven't seen any Abrades yet either. Hey, there's an Ixalan's Lorekeeper. That is something we said we wanted. We did find it here. A Dynatomaton, Scythe, Tendril, Molten Collapse. Yeah, pretty easy Lorekeeper for us. We haven't seen any Armored Kincallers yet either. Currently have 5 dinos. Definitely want a few more. Here's an Abrade. And it's in the same pack as a Seismic Monstrosaur, an Armored Kincaller, and a Cavern Stomper. We have to take the Abrade. I mean, I can't pass Abrade. And an Itali's favorite to that extent. Maybe we wheel one of these 4 cards. I would love to wheel one of those 4 cards. But I have to take the Abrade. I mean, it's super, super important. Okay, now we get the choice between Scytheclaw Raptor with 2 instants. One being Abrade and one being Huatli's Final Strike. Cavern Stomper, Nurturing Bristleback, Staggering Size, Malamet Brawler. I think I'm going to take the Raptor here. Putting this down on turn 2 is going to be a problem for our opponent if we can put it down with the Lorekeeper. And again, any one of these 5 cards wheeling I would play here. So let's take the Raptor. Unlucky here. Could have had our 7th Tomb Raider. Tendril of the Micro Tyrant. Walk number 2. Ancestors number 2. I guess I'll take Tendril. I'm not thrilled with the card, but it might make the cut. Would have loved an Armored Kincaller or something in that pack. Okay, I think I'll take the Staggering Size here. Getting access to at least one of these is usually pretty important in these kind of decks. Don't need another Rock Slide. Not a huge fan of Daring Discovery. Which one is this again? Destroy an artifact or enchantment. Target creature you control explores twice. Or a Wanderglyph. Doesn't have much synergy for us here, but 13 creatures. I guess I could consider an Over the Edge. We do have a Sunshot Militia with the Wanderglyph. That is a nice combo. I think there's a better chance we play the Wanderglyph here. I'm just going to go ahead and take that. I don't think we need the Conservator anymore. It looks like we got there on our 2-drops. Probably just going to put this over here for now. Everything else seems okay. Looks like we're not going to get any of those bombs. Which means, are we playing with any rares in this deck? Okay, I'll take a Hidden Volcano over basically nothing here. That's 3 tap lands. Probably don't want to play too many more tap lands. Okay, this isn't even the wheel, and the Plundering Pirate came back. So did the Seismic Monstrosaur, and to a lesser extent, River Herald Guide. We don't actually have a ton of 5s, but I do just generally like the Pirate. Slightly more than a Monstrosaur. We might even get that Monstrosaur pick 9. Nope, we didn't. Maybe there's a better chance we play this over a second Tendril? I mean, I'm not playing in the Presence of Ages. I don't think I'm honestly playing either of those cards, but we'll see. Maybe it was this pack that had all of the red and green? I think it was. Scampering Surveyor still here. We have a ton of 4-drops, though. I don't know if this is the kind of deck that wants that. Spelunking, no. Maybe Surveyor? I'm not sure. Ooh, look at that. There we go. We got the Cavern Stomper back. That's kind of what we needed up here on the top of the curve. And this is 23. This would be 17 lands right here. I'll have to see if I want something like Scampering Surveyor. It does fix for the Sunborn as well, which I do think I still want to splash. Don't think there's anything over here. I guess I'll put that in there for now and decide what to cut. Everything else didn't seem worth it to me. I think 17 lands is going to be right with this deck. I could play a combat trick here in Ancestors 8 if I wanted to. I could play a whip or a conservator. But let's see what we're dealing with first. So I need 2 cuts. So it's probably going to be 2 of these 3 cards. I think I can cut the Surveyor. It doesn't really do what we want it to in this deck. I have 1 combat trick. This doesn't give trample. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2-drops and a 1-drop, not including Tendril here. I think another combat trick is okay, and then run it back like this. 1 white source, or 1 plains, plus a Sunken Citadel, plus a Compass Gnome, plus a Careening Minecart, plus a Plundering Pirate, all for Sunborn here. And an Ancestor's Aid. Yeah, I mean, I have no idea if this is going to be good. I don't know how this deck fares in this format particularly, and I haven't played it yet. But first time we're playing Dinos, so there is that. Before we get into game 1, if you wouldn't mind checking out the link in the description to the Daily Drafters Patreon if you want to go ahead and monetarily give back to the channel. It's a very, very inexpensive way to just give back to the content creators that you enjoy. If you get enjoyment or entertainment out of this video or any of my other videos, you can go ahead and do that and check out the tiers that we have over there at Patreon. And if that doesn't work for you, then you can go ahead and just subscribe to the channel as well. That helps the channel analytics just as much. So thanks for your consideration, and I will see you in game 1. All right, we go first, and we've got a really awkward curve, but we do have very powerful plays one after another here. So I think I'm going to keep it and hope I find a 2-drop on turn 2 off the top of my deck. I mean, I don't know. Okay, or just another land. But now we have 3, 4, 5 curve here. Cycle the Bristleback. There's an exploration. I don't think I'll trade. So they scry one, then it explores. When a land enters, if they control 7 or more, they flip it. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah? Guess they took anything that said explore on it? Two mana, draw 2 lands. Okay, down goes Raptor. Here come all our fat creatures. So they just get a 6/4. Vigilance. Sure. Guess I'll trade. GG. Sometimes you lose to bomb rares. If you... Oh, and they flipped an Abrade. Kill our cavalry. We can't attack anymore. They have a 7/6 trample. Very frustrating. Oh, they'll kill our minecart. Of course. I could kill one of these things, but that doesn't seem great. So I guess I put it into my hand and then I pass. Trumpeting Carnosaur. That was one of the ones I wanted to open, but nope. Oh, there you go. I guess I could have killed that so they didn't flip it. Forgot that its flip clause was free. For some reason I thought it was one of the crafts. Get a 7/7. It's still an artifact though, so I can kill it with a braid. They would just gain... Oh, they gain 7 life. Yeah, there's another land. Well, I'm not blocking. So I go to 6 now? They have 5 cards in hand, and I have a smaller removal spell. It's not looking good for us. I've lost plenty of games in this format to just unbeatable bombs. Pretty annoying. Oh, they have a way to kill me now. That seems like what they're doing. Oh, they have staggering size? Alright. No? What do you have? Another idol? Who knows? I feel like they would have gone for it there. Yeah, because a land is what I needed. Does this have trample? Yeah, of course it does. 5, 6, 7. So we're just dead. Fun. It was a lot of fun. All right, we are up first with a nice little combo of Militia and Wanderglyph here. So We'll keep this one and hope we don't see Aclazotz or Trumpeting Carnosaur or Boneyard Dracosaur or any of those nonsense creatures. That would have been fun to have last turn. Not that we have any dinos in hand, but... I figured they probably had a deadweight. And there it goes. I don't think I need to play Compass Gnome right now. It would guarantee me a land, but I'd rather just draw until I need a land, or I get a land. I suppose now I can get one. Then I have 2 removal spells here. Okay, cycling the Spike Tail. Cavern Bat getting rid of a Rock Slide, so I guess that means we're just gonna have to Rock Slide the bat and get it back, and then we Rock Slide another creature. I could also just take the aid, but then, yeah. Now we just have to Rock Slide the bat to get that one back. Really hope they don't have that +2/+0 return it back to the battlefield card. Okay, they don't. They know combat tricks become a whole lot worse when they know you have them in hand, so that's not great. We don't really need the mana from Lorekeeper anymore, unfortunately, so I think I'm just going to get on in. And I'm not going to Ancestor's Aid, because they know we have it, and clearly they would do something about it. Like if they have the -5, I think that's what they have, the -5/-5 on the Brontodon here. Yeah, join the dead. So they would have 2-for-1 us had we gone for it there. Vito's Inquisitor holding up a red or holding up a black for some reason. Alright, we're getting to that point of the game where if they don't kill the militia, things could get ugly for them. Let's see if they get priority. They didn't get priority, so that lets us attack here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, go to damage. Oh, this thing has haste. But I couldn't have also done the Ancestors' Aid here. So rather than get rid of this treasure, I could use it for a damage, and then next turn play this with haste and have Ancestors' Aid up. So I'm going to do that. No plays. Okay. No. So here's the question. Well, here they have to do something about something here. So, like if I attack all, they have to answer two things basically. So what's their first answer here? And I always have aid to pump one of the unblocked things too. So I think it was an okay attack there. There were cases where it could have backfired against us, but I think it worked out. On the draw here with our mono red deck, we'll keep because we can cast basically everything in our hand. So played Sun Cavalry on 2, Raptor on 3, attack with a 3/3. Yeah, I'll play that too now. Blue-white. Inverted Iceberg, Anchorage on the battlefield. Don't like to see that. Ooh. Deep Fathom Echo. Oh my gosh, they're playing all of the good cards so far. Puzzle Door, that's fine. We have one of our 3 instants, a Braid, Final Strike, and Staggering Size. I think are our only 3 instants here. Ooh, a Spicy Brew. Okay, I can't cast Brontodon, can't remove things at sorcery speed, so let's see if they have a removal spell. No? Okay, now I'll cast this, and then I can hold up Staggering Size if they have damage-based removal. No? Alright. Kind of have to play at sorcery speed now, because this thing is going to put you to 6 if you don't. Sure. I can kill that for 1 mana. Alright, I think that should be game here. So we just chomp that 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then Staggering Size. Yeah. That's the power of this kind of deck. If they just, you know, stumble even a little bit and only have 1 creature, we remove it, we just smack them in the face, and it's usually good enough to win. Oh, how much better this would be on the play, but you can't mulligan a Lorekeeper turn 1, Brontodon turn 2. I mean, really gotta hope this survives, but you can't mulligan it. Alright, what's their turn 2? Dart Frog. Sure. Now, our curve is a little awkward. The fact that this is a tap land now. We have a bunch of 3-drops. That's annoying. Yeah, now I think we just... do this, and... can Final Strike away their Brontodon here? See if they block. If they block, I can Final Strike away their Brontodon and eat their Dart Frog. That would be pretty good for us. I don't think they will for that reason. Yes, let's go to damage. I'll play a Pirate, and the reason I'm going to play the Pirate is because if they kill the Brontodon, the Pirate also still works with Final Strike to kill their Brontodon. The minecart is always good to get down, but currently doesn't have attacks. Which one is that? Okay. I'm never going to remember which of these caves these are. I'm always going to have to read them. There's so many gray caves. Sure, let's see if they are indeed mono green or if they're just mana screwed. They were screwed, but now they're fixed for next turn. But the Dart Frog also gives them a mana of any color, so here comes Acolyte. Okay, so if we play Forest, we can do Final Strike and a Braid this turn. That seems pretty good. So let's go to combat. Let's get in with both of these. And if they choose to block, then we're going to really blow them out here. Yeah, this is about to be ugly. So... we do this. And then that. And we kill both of their creatures with one card there. So that works out just fine for us. And we can hold up a Braid. That's a good thing to a Braid. What do we get rid of? Probably the Hidden Nursery, I think. And then once they go to tap this Gem Guard here to get a counter, we'll just blow it up with the Braid. And if they don't, then that's fine too. I was going to give them the chance to tap their Snail as well to open up more attacks for me. Which they did do. Thank you very much. All right. Let's add a red and a green. Play this. And now, do I play the minecart or just pay 2 to kill their dart frog? That seems pretty good. Just killing... So this one kills that one. Because now their snail's just a 1-1. It doesn't really matter. Our minecart hasn't really gotten a chance to get on the battlefield here yet in this game, but I think that's okay. They're at 6. They're going to cast the reanimate spell on a gem guard, I guess. And I can use Brontodon to kill it. Or they're looking at the Aquati Scavenger to get something back. That also makes sense. Tapped a little awkwardly if they meant to get their Brontodon back, but I'm fine with that. They do have some decently profitable blocks here, but not outstanding. The Brontodon is what really throws a wrench in this for them. Because they can double block the Brontodon. I can only kill one creature, but then they have to take at least 2 and chump with the snail. Yeah, that's fine with me too. So I think I now will get this one down. What did they find? Another dart frog. That does have death touch, but maybe that's okay. It's kind of annoying. Okay, how do we use that now? I guess we use that to kill the dart frog, and then they bounce the Brontodon, chump the snail. Or bounce the Brontodon, chump this, and still take 2. Yeah. It's not the greatest use of a rock slide, but if you know if it basically wins you the game, it's not the end of the world. So now we animate and then attack all. And they go to 2. Oh, they go to 3 because they can sacrifice the snail too. That's fine. Really just hoping they don't find like Aclazotz or whatever, that stupid 5/5 life-linking dragon thing. That would be miserable. Looks like they found a non-land. I think. Okay. Just trying to prevent some damage here, I guess. I think we still have lethal. That'll do it too. Alright. Managed to get that win. There we go. On to the next one. Kind of a little bit mana screwed. We got lucky they didn't play too many big creatures, but these rock slides have been coming in clutch. They've been dealing what we need to be dealt with. Which is what we need. Alright, we got a turn 2 It's Quinth here, and that is pretty good to me. A Braid backup, Rock Slide backup, Saheeli's Lattice to prevent flooding, or to get us out of land screw. We've got some stuff here. More Rock Slides, I guess. Sure. Captain Storm. Alright, we're going to have to make sure that that gets abraded before it becomes a 4/4. What are the ways that they get 2 artifacts ETB next turn? In blue and red, I can't really think of ways to get 2. I can think of ways to get 1. But even if that's the case, we do have a Rock Slide to potentially deal with it at some point, so I'm just going to let it become a 3/3 as I expect them to play an artifact here now, and then we can abrade it. No, they didn't do that. I guess that means now we abrade the Sentry and then Rock Slide the Captain Storm at some point. Okay. Cogwork Wrestler. Alright, worse things have been hit. This isn't a race I win anymore, but I do plan on blocking the Appraiser, so I think I'm just going to do this and then block here. Puzzle door, sure. Dumping a land. Probably found a land, although they dumped an island, so maybe they didn't find a land. That's a little scary, that they were going to attack with Wrestler as well. Alright, not too bad there. So 3 red, I could just play Colossodactyl. If I play the Pirate, I have access to 3 more mana. I'm not using Lattice, so let's just get this thing down. This is a big fat creature they're going to have trouble dealing with more than likely. Scampering Surveyor. Let's see what they find. Find a blue cave. Alright. I'm expecting a land cycler here. And if that's the case, if they play like the blue one, I need all the lands on the battlefield that I can get. So let's attack. They probably won't block. Play Pirate. I think play a land. And then hold removal and protection, flood protection here. My expectation is them to play Marauding Brinefang. No, it's Iceberg. Okay, so we'll probably need to try to kill the other side of the iceberg at some point. That's going to be the big fat creature. Now they have 2. Oh, perfect. It always feels so bad when that thing picks off something. Okay, now I feel like I can get rid of this extra forest here. Find some more cards I don't need. What does this cost to craft? 5? It would become a 2/4? That's not great. Conversely, I could use my treasure to sacrifice the volcano? I think that seems slightly better here. Yeah. I think I'll cast it. Okay, they go to 7. We still have removal. We also have like an extra creature that currently is a 2/4, which isn't great. But if they kill this, it becomes a 6/4. They do have 2 icebergs here, which is not good for us. But if they just flip one and that's all they do, we can rock slide. But then they can chump and make another 6/6, which at that point wouldn't be good. Wow, that's actually pretty good. We don't die from here, do we? I don't think we die from here. So they go to 3. We play another creature. We don't get a land. Now we have a menace creature and a removal spell. And 2 lethal threats. I don't think I block here. Like with Compass Gnome or anything. I have an Abrade, maybe? Okay, that's now pretty annoying. They didn't need to do that when they did, because now they can also flip this one. Oh, jeez. That made things incredibly annoying. Because they're going to have 2 6/6s now. I kill one of them. I'm at 4. And then I double block another one of them. That's my way out of here. So no blocks. Now I have to double block the Iceberg Titan. But if they flip the Lodestone Needle and then make it a 7/7, then we are not in good spot here. Gosh, that Lodestone Needle did it. I thought we had it, and then their Needle might have gotten us. They have a few things they can do here. They can sacrifice their cave. They can give +2/+0. They can flip that, explore onto here, and hit a non-land, and then we're really in bad spot. Oh, they did it over there. Okay, that's fine. Sack the cave, see what they find. Defender. Sure. Oh no, they can just tap our crap down too. Oh, so if they tap down Compass Gnome, we have to chump with Colossodactyl. Well, this went south quickly. Forgot about that. At least it's another creature here. We're one turn away from getting Dynatomaton back, which is a menace lethal threat. Okay, and now they give that, and then we'd lose to a freaking dowsing device. I feel like, well, I know they just found that off the top of their deck because they had a cave in hand, so. Nice top deck. Alright, let's see if we can be a little bit luckier than our opponent in this round, as they stole all of the luck last time. So we will do our best to not go up against 1-drops. Yeah, I'll play Militia here. Now the question is Raptor or Minecart? I think I do Raptor. I don't know, it's close. I think I'll do Minecart here. Gives us a little bit of removal protection. We also haven't seen Caparocti Sunborn even once in this draft. I think I'm going to give myself some good attacks here with the Minecart, and then I can still play Colossodactyl. Using that treasure. Oltec Cloud Guard, yep. Ooh, that's a good draw. That's an incredible draw. Right? Yeah, just play that. Pay 2. This deals its damage here. And then I think they'll double block the minecart, or yeah, they could just double block that too. I think that's also okay. All right, they'll turn that into a what, a 5/4? So I can trade Colossodactyl with it. I can play Plundering Pirate and Raptor this turn. I think that's okay to trade Colossodactyl with their Raptor here. I don't have any tricks or anything in hand right now. You have to imagine they'll block. They're at a low enough life total where I didn't think they could keep that. Or take that there. Really hope I don't see like a panicked Altasaur or something that just blocks all of this. Well, that does block most of this stuff here. Now, do I sacrifice the hidden volcano using the treasure? Or just play the compass gnome? I think I'll play compass gnome. That also lets me deal 1 more damage to them. Now, granted, they get to gain 3 life, but they were always going to be able to do that. That is a good card. Now we know they have that in hand. That's ugly. It is not good for us. But that is. Now they can't attack. They don't have a thing to attack with. Why did they just get... Oh, they could use the Dreadmaw's Ire there. Alright, go to 1. 1 is not 0, though. An Iron Paw Aspirant. That shouldn't necessarily do it. So I think that'll get us a win here. Careening Minecart got like 4 treasures that game, so that worked out. Alright, we are first and got a slow hand, but you know, when you have both colors of mana, it's just difficult to send that back. I get so worried. That might be something that punishes us. But here comes Lorekeeper, I suppose. Not really gonna help, but you just gotta hope they aren't too aggressive. They're pretty aggressive here. Make sure I get this down. I think they're gonna equip, sacrifice, kill the Lorekeeper here is my guess. Okay, yeah, because if they did that, this would become a 2-2 again, so I guess that would require them to also have removal from my minecart, so suppose I see why they didn't do that. And a 1-4. Makes all my artifacts ETB tapped, that's annoying. Also annoying that it blocks my minecart, but I can make a treasure. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, I can't do that anymore. Oops. I needed this mana. Thought I could crew and then also play Dynatomaton to give it menace. I don't think I'm going to abrade it. I think I'm just going to play Pirate here. That was kind of dumb because now they're just going to sacrifice the torch to kill the pirate, which was not great on my part. Yeah, that's kind of what I was, for some reason, expecting here. And it needs to die. I'm once again in a spot where I can Dynatomaton, but I can't animate this as well. I can leave that on the stack, can't I? Let me see if I can do this. I have to sacrifice my treasures. I think that's okay. I'd rather get this creature down here. So what if I go full control? Auto pay. Resolves. With that on this... No, I can't. I was wondering if I could crew and then have that resolve. Also, it enters tapped, so that was annoying. Gosh, this Dauntless Dismantler. We're playing a red-green Dinos deck, and it's affected like most of our cards. I'm gonna have to abrade this stupid Sunscribe. Of course that enters the battlefield tapped, too. Now I'm just going to hold this back to block the Sunscribe at this point. I mean, I would just be attacking for a treasure in exchange for taking 2 damage and giving them another scry here. Ooh, that's annoying. Okay, so now I have to trade this minecart. Do I want to chump with Lorekeeper here just to prevent 5 damage? It's not doing much for me. So I do like this. I think I need to save the Rock Slide in the event that they play a large toughness creature. So I know it's not the most mana efficient way to do this here. But I'll do this and then trade with the pup, or at least plan on doing so. Alright, never mind. Alright, top deck war. Don't know what they have in hand. It's probably not on another land, unless they're just... Oh, that's annoying. Okay, take one. And for those of you that are new here, this is the time that we lose, because we're just probably going to draw 3 lands in a row. And that's usually what we do. So... We have a Cavern Stomper in the deck. Haven't seen that yet. Oh, that's lethal. So. I mean. Yeah. Doesn't gain any life, but. So, dead to removal. Sacrifice the caves, see if they find another Petrify. Put it into their hand. Oh, they tapped wrong. Ruin Lurker Bat. This doesn't have a reach, so we're dead in 2 turns now. Now we're not. Can't attack, though. We are hanging on by a thread. That is another flyer. And another lethal threat. That's another answer. What is this game? I'm going to risk it here and try to get the Dreadmaw's Ire out of their hand, because they can go for it and go for the win right now. Okay, we did successfully get it out of our hand. Or out of their hand, I guess. Can't cast that. Still can't attack. It's a close one here. We are still disadvantaged, but we're doing everything we can. Yeah, that... Well, sorry about that again. I need to figure out what's going on with the recording software that likes to just end at random times. Sometimes it's earlier than you might think, and sometimes it just goes on forever. Who knows? You didn't miss anything. They played the 1/3 that you can tap things to ping. I think you saw that right before it cuts off. And then... dealt 2 to us, we top decked a land, and they dealt 2 to us next turn. We lost. 4-3 with the deck. I mean, I don't think the deck was great. I think the deck could have been better to get you up to a trophy. Never got to play the splash card in Caparocti Sunborn, which kind of hurt our mana just a little bit. The Lord Keeper wasn't the best in this deck with just... how many dinos? 7 dinos, I guess, is what we had. We never really got to use its mana super effectively. We saw the Cavern Stomper once in that last game when it was too little too late. Its Quinth did great work. That's why I like to draft this deck, or I want to draft this deck, because I see this a lot and it does good work. Minecart did great. We had some good removal. The last game was a fun top deck war between the two. They finally outlasted us by 1. But either way, 4-3, you know what? Got your money back. We will take it and move on to the next one. So thanks for tuning in today and watching, and I will see you next time for your daily draft.